Good morning, is it from Zetster's Lab? I went into town yesterday and bought more dye. So this is my second dye attempt. This was a blue. I did dye it previously, but I used the wrong dye. This time I made sure I bought dye for linen. So this was a very faded blue linen top that I bought in Thailand. And I decided, you know what, I don't know why, but I got so many blue things. I'm gonna dye this one black and just look at it. It is absolutely gorgeous. What I love is the back. It is big, but I thought, you know what? I love big. I can close it up on over a ski pants. I can put a belt. I can just wear it like this. So, for about 50 Rand, $2 with the dye included, I've got this beautiful linen jacket. So a new world has opened up to me, and that is dye. I'm sorry, I'm still a little bit coughing. I mean, dye your stuff. Go and buy some dye. Just make sure you get the ones for the right material. Cloth, make sure you know what cloth it is, and then you go and buy dye and you just read the label. Voila, look at me now. And then what I want to share is this little top. It was a very light peachy orange. And I bought this top about 10 years ago. It's also linen. I think it was the first linen item I bought at an expensive shop, or ordinary shop. And it was half price. Still expensive at that stage for me, but I thought, you know what? I really love it. I love it. The shape and everything. So I bought it, and then through the years there came marks on it, and it was fading. And yesterday I just thought, you know, there's still a little bit of the black left after I dyed that. I'm gonna throw this in, and look at the color. I mean, this is crazy. I love it. It's a grayish lilac. It's just so beautiful. But the story behind it, oh yes, and I just ran up, got a little doily, because I thought, you know what, I can put it, just stitch it on the front, but I'm not gonna do it. The color is not right. It didn't work, but for another project. But what I want to talk about is, you don't have to buy patterns. All you need is something like this that you buy, that you really love. And then you use it to make many, many other clothes. Now this is just a couple of the things I made using this top. I mean, here you can see it's also linen. It's exactly the same pattern. You just put it, this one, you just turn it upside down. You put it on the material that you bought. You cut it out. What I usually do is I cut it too big, and then I need to stitch and put it on and stitch again, so put it on. But voila, you can see this one is actually exactly the same. I love it. So no pattern. I didn't have to buy a pattern. So I bought this and now I'm using this as a pattern. Even these things that I make, that's the same pattern. I just changed it a little bit. And voila, same top. This top I used to create this top from a vintage serviette things. So look at this one. This is also linen that I bought, material. And look at this dress. I just went, cut it longer, use a different color, make this is a little bit wider, put on some navy, and look at it. It is absolutely fantastic. Same pattern. So one of my favorite dresses, look at this, same pattern, just long and wide. I went wider for this one. I put in long slits. Same pattern. You can see on use the same pattern, different dress. So you don't have to buy patterns for everything. When you and I only do these easy ones. This is easy. So look at this. This is a linen. Remember, I made a video of this huge roll of this linen that I got from my sister-in-law. She paid me for something I painted for her. She paid me with this huge, I had to cut it in half to get it into my car. And that actually, this huge roll of material set me free to really just experiment and try and create many things. There you can see I use dye. I'll put the video in the link that will take you to what I did with that huge roll of material. So just to make patterns on your material, you just use bleach. Okay, my last one that I'm going to show you, I must say, I think there's about 10 or 20 things in my cupboard. Look at this beautiful one. This is my serviette dress. I also have a video showing it. And I made this from vintage serviettes. Exactly the same pattern. So the moral of my story today is, buy something, even if it's a little expensive, that really fits you well and that's quite simple to make. That's how you start. Don't go for a difficult thing to start off with. Get something simple. And you do, and then you just buy material and you just start to create more of the same. And then the more you do it, then you will start changing it a little bit here and there, but the basic pattern is the same. So you don't have to buy very expensive patterns. Buy something you love and create many more. Thanks that I can share my journey with you. Thank you for all my subscribers. And please like and subscribe and talk to me. Tell me where you're from. What do you do to allow your creative juices to start flowing? Well, let me tell you what I've started. I'm an artist as well, if you've been on my channel long. Sometimes I tell you about sewing, my sewing journey. Other times I tell you about my art journey. Or whatever I create, I share. So, I don't know. But I think do 2-3 days ago, I was sitting on my couch watching tennis and on TV, and I was looking at YouTube, and suddenly there came a video on that I will teach you how to draw. And I just loved the man, and I was just starting to learn how to draw, because what I do in my art is I teach others to create by just using lots of paint and textures and that type of thing, not really drawing with a pencil. So I was quite capable of doing that and very comfortable in my way. And I really said, I cannot draw. I'm not going to learn to draw. It's just too difficult. And then all of a sudden, something just prompted me, and I started watching that man's videos, and now I am starting to learn how to draw. So I bought this little ordinary book, and I started in my journal, started drawing, but once again, my type of things. And now he's got the lessons on YouTube and everything. So I'm starting to learn how to draw. And I am loving every moment. You can see this morning I drew the cup of coffee in my hand and a little bit of a self-portrait. So I am learning. I am growing. And that's what it's all about. You know, it was awesome when he was talking in one of his videos. He said it's not about the picture that you drew. It's about what happens inside of you while you are doing it. And that is what I'm always telling you guys. It's not about creating the beautiful clothes or creating a picture or working in the garden. It's about the life in you that starts to move and flow, and peace and joy comes, because the minute you start to work with your hands, start to create something, your mind becomes still and you move into this moment. What is happening in this moment? And where do you find the life, abundant life, that's unconditional love that flows inside of us? Where do you find the life, the abundant life? Heaven, call it what you want. You find it in this moment, because life happens now. Life flows now. And inside of you, you've got peace and joy and love and patience and strength, provision. Whatever you need is inside the abundant life that flows through you. Wisdom, everything. So you know what I've realized is, while you are busy creating, becoming still, moving into this moment, that the rest of your life actually falls into place. We try to figure everything out, run here and there and try to figure out what to do next and where it is and what, and drives us absolutely crazy, trying to save our outside lives, our lives in this realm, trying to figure out, trying to 5-year plan, 10-year plan, find security in what's happening. But the only security that we will ever find is in this moment, inside the life of us, where all our needs are met. So I don't care what you do, whatever you do to create, to still your mind, to bring you into this moment, whatever it is. while you're doing that, the more you do it, the easier your life will become, because as you are busy doing this, everything else will fall into place. And that is how we create a beautiful life. We stop, because where there's peace, there's no fear. Where there's light, there's no darkness. So the more we are into this moment, present in this moment, alive, the more the life in us starts to flow and touch all different areas of our lives. What is inside will flow outside and touch our outside lives. So our only job is to come into the presence of the abundant life in us, our very life. And then everything else will fall into place. It was so funny. My husband was making this beautiful cupboard. I will make a video to show you that. It is a masterpiece. It is the most beautiful thing that I've ever seen. It was so funny. When I was looking at it, I thought, I cannot take it with. I don't know where I'm going. You know, I laugh. I'm so, the afterlife or whatever. I cannot take it with, because that is how beautiful it is. But I was also always thinking, you know, you waste so much time, I was thinking, because he's a perfectionist. He works very slow, accurate. And I thought, you know, he was wasting time. And then the life in me just corrected me. How can you waste time when you are busy, consumed inside the abundant life? Because that is what happens while he creates in that stillness. The life in him starts to flow, and you know, then after a while, a phone call, there's a job for you here or something. In that stillness, all your needs are met. I don't know where I got to this point, but thank you that I can share my journey. Thank you that I can just make you excited about life, because we are so consumed with the worries of this world that we miss the abundant life that's already inside us. And look at me now. Look how beautiful in my new dyed shirt. Love you lots. Is it from Zetster's Lab?